Alright, y'all. How y'all doing today? So, a couple different things to talk about. I can't name all of it in the description because of the length. For whatever reason, YouTube is set on making your title at max 100 words long. So obviously, I can't go above that. So, again, different things. One is Gavin Newsome. He was caught defying COVID-19 orders. Colin Kaepernick calls for the release of convicted cop killer. Registered Florida Democrat arrested for making online threats to kill Republicans. And also, we're talking about the election, and Georgia found over 3,000 votes. So, again, that's just what we're going to be talking about today. So, um, wait for a couple more people to get in here before we get started. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start with Gavin Newsome. That seems to be the big one with everybody. Now he was caught pretty much defying COVID-19 orders. He was outside with his wife at a restaurant. And the pictures I see, like he and his wife are not wearing a mask. Either way, alright. Anybody in California, and especially that is not a Democrat, I honestly feel sorry for you. I mean, I really do. Okay. Um, you know, you can't lock down your whole state, tell everybody to wear a mask, and then you defy your own orders. I mean, you can't say, hey, you wear a mask, you wear a mask, you wear a mask, and you can't go out to eat with your family, but hey, I'm not gonna wear a mask and I'm gonna go out to eat with my family. Like, that makes no sense whatsoever. You're defying your own orders. If you can't follow something that you put in place for yourself, what makes you think other people will follow what you have to say? Okay? I mean, honestly, if you can't follow your own orders, why would anybody else follow your orders? And if you're not following the orders, you really think anybody's gonna enforce them? Alright, and honestly, whether he comes out to apologize about this or not, I mean, it really don't matter. I mean, you can apologize all you want, okay? People always apologize after they get caught for something that they weren't supposed to be doing. I mean, it's like a kid taking a candy bar. Oh, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. Okay, well, that's fine, but that kid has to get punished for stealing the candy bar to start with, or he's gonna do it again. I mean, saying sorry don't fix the problem. All right. Um, I mean, it just don't fix anything other than him saying sorry. And same thing with Gavin Newsom. I mean, you saying sorry really doesn't change anything at all. I mean, all it does is say, hey, I defied my own order and I'm saying sorry, but all that means is, hey, I'm gonna do it again. I'm just being more careful this time. I'm doing it. Same thing with Nancy Pelosi when she went and got her hair done. Oh, I was set up. No, you were not set up because you weren't supposed to be doing it in the first place. Again, it's real easy to put stuff into place when you can't follow it yourself. I mean, anybody can sit here and make laws, make up rules and regulations and all that. But when it comes down to actually following them, it's hard for anybody to follow them. Again, anybody in California, I honestly and truly I do feel bad for you. Um, I don't understand how y'all do it. Um, Now let's talk about the elections in Georgia. That's another big one right now. 3,039 uncounted ballots in two Georgia counties so far. Now, more than 3,000 uncounted ballots turned up in Georgia as the state is conducting an audit of the 2020 presidential election. As the hand tallying continues, officials in Fayette County unearthed 2,755 ballots that had not been included in the original count. There was an issue when we noticed there were more people on the absentee ballot filed for voting in person in Fayette County than was in the actual report, and Georgia legislative official Gabriel Sterling said. It was discovered today for certain because of the audit we found this. Sterling said the problem was the result of several individuals not following the proper procedures. An additional 248 ballots were found in Walton County Local Board of Education told the Walton Tribune the problem was due to voters being previously uploaded from only one or of the two ballot scanners in a precinct. We would have discovered it, would have said maybe not this week, but we have discovered it. The Walton County ballots boosted President Trump's lead, and they have Republican County by 176 votes. Okay, again, you sitting here saying you would have discovered it. Alright, even if you would have discovered it, let's just say you discovered it a year from now. What good is that going to do us a year from now? Okay? We trust y'all to have our election results the night of the election. Okay? And here we are on November 18th. Okay? So more than 2 weeks ago, and we still don't know who our president is. Alright, everybody sitting here, you can sit here and say Joe Biden won. Obviously, he didn't win if they're recounting. Alright, obviously there's corruption and fraud somewhere. People can say there's not, but they're not just recounting ballots just to recount ballots. Alright, I can guarantee you. Now, with that being said, again, we need to have our results on election night, not over 2 weeks later. Now, the recent findings follow the discovery of more than 2,600 ballots in Floyd County that had not been counted at the time. Floyd County Republican Party Chair Luke Martin called the mishap concerning, but insisted that it does not appear to be a widespread issue. Obviously, it is a widespread issue because it's, we're recounting ballots all over the place. After the Fayette County discovery, Martin pointed to a lack of sufficient observation of the counting process in parts of the state as possible reasons for why no one caught mistakes. Again, all of them people there, and you're telling me nobody could catch that mistake. That makes no sense whatsoever to me. If this was a human error and the Board of Elections allowed the public to view the counting of the ballots, we could have seen that, but we didn't get the opportunity to be there. And that's true. Why can't we see who's counting the ballots? Alright? I mean, honestly. And they want to talk about COVID-19. Alright, so let me just get this straight. Nancy Pelosi can go get her hair done and not wear a mask inside a barbershop. But we can't go and watch the ballots being counted even with a mask on. So she can go into a barbershop that's closed with no mask and get her hair done and then cry that she was set up over it, but we can't watch the ballots being counted even with a mask on. That's and then recently Gavin Newsome decides, hey, I shut down my whole state, so I'm gonna go out to eat with no mask. The state is also conducting an investigation of Fulton County's election management. Unless additional uncounted ballots are found during the audit, it does not appear that the audit will result in a change in the state's election result, as President-elect Joe Biden has been leading by approximately 14,000 votes. Sterling said that the updated count in Fayette County trimmed the lead to just under 13,000. Again, do you all really believe that it was 14,000 votes Joe Biden was leading by? Because I don't. Maybe 400, maybe. Just because of Fulton County, Georgia, Atlanta, all them Democratic run cities, maybe there, yeah, okay, but Even that, Trump should still be letting. All right, if the audit were to end up with Trump winning state, he would have 248 with Biden running at 290. So, how does he remain at 290 if he is at 240? If he's at 290 right now, all right, and he jumps to 248, how is Biden still at 290? You know, that's my whole thing right there. How does he jump? All right, but like I was saying, you know, if he's at 290 now, okay, and Trump wins the state, how does he stay at 290? Like, he should be going down in numbers, not staying the same while Trump's still going up. But we'll see what actually happens in Georgia if anything happens. But I can guarantee you right now, Joe Biden did not have no 14,000 vote lead in Georgia. Okay, there's no way. But anyways, like I was saying, you know, we'll see how it actually goes down and all that. Um, I just don't see him having a 14,000 vote lead in Georgia. All right. Now we'll go to Colin Kaepernick. He calls for release of convicted cop killer Miami Abu Jamal. He's saying free mommy. All right, or however you say the name. All right. Colin Kaepernick made calls for the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office to release Mommy Abed Jamal, a former member of the Black Panthers who was convicted of killing a police officer in 1981 during a virtual news conference held by supporters on Monday. The former San Francisco 49ers quarterback argued for Abalju's case in a video statement alleging that he was framed for the killing of Philadelphia police officer Daniel Faulkner. Mommy has been in prison longer than I've been alive, Kaepernick said. Since 1981, Mommy has maintained his innocence. His story has not changed. Okay. Number one, that doesn't matter. All right. I mean, he killed somebody, so obviously he's going to be in jail for longer than you've been alive. Okay. I mean, that doesn't. Hey, how you doing? Um, so you saying that you've been and alive longer than he's been in jail, that really doesn't matter. I mean, if you kill somebody, then obviously you're going to be. He's going to be in jail longer than you've been alive. I mean, that has no. I mean, that makes no sense whatsoever. Now, as far as the story not changing, I mean, he's been in jail. It ain't like he's had time to change the story. I mean, what's he gonna do now? Change it later and say, hey, this is what I did instead of actually what I said to y'all before? Now, again, during a routine traffic stop almost 39 years ago, Officer Faulkner stopped a vehicle belonging to Abu Jamal's younger brother, William Cook. The two got into a physical confrontation, and Abu Jamal, who was in the vicinity and observed the fight, ran over and shot Faulkner in the back and later in the face. Alright. So he shot the officer twice. And you honestly didn't think you were going to go to jail. Muhammad was shot, brutalized, arrested, and chained to a hospital bed. Kaepernick said before alleging that police department tampered with the investigation evidence. Okay, obviously he got shot. I mean, someone just ran up, shot the officer. What do you think? The other guys are going to get shot? And anybody who is arrested and taken to the hospital is always chained to the hospital bed. It don't matter if you've been shot, stabbed, tased. It don't matter. You're gonna be chained to the hospital bed so you don't get away. Just like the one in Michigan. Alright, we're in the midst of a movement that says Black Lives Matter, and if there's truly the case, then it means that Muhammad's life and legacy must matter. He continued, in the cases that he sacrificed his life, freedom for must matter as well. Alright, again, as far as the group Black Lives Matter goes, again, it could be a valuable movement. I mean, it really could. But the way y'all are going about it is not valuable. Alright, the group Black Lives Matter is pointless right now. Alright, all the people in there are just horrible people right now. Alright, all y'all want is free stuff to burn, loot, all that, okay? That's all y'all want. I mean, there's no other way to put it. That is all y'all want, is to burn, loot, steal. That's it. So, as far as his life and legacy must matter, I mean, he's alive. He should be thankful for that. He should honestly be thankful that he's alive, because the cop is not alive, alright? His family wakes up every day knowing that he's not here because he got shot and killed by a criminal, alright? He's in jail alive. Lucky that he is alive. Now, Abu Jamal is currently serving out a life sentence, but his case is before the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. Obviously, it's above the Supreme Court because, hey, Black Lives Matter. It don't matter if he shot and killed a police officer. Let's go ahead and let him out so we can do it again, right? Alright, let's talk about the registered Florida Democrat arrested for making online threats to kill DeSantis and Marco Rubio and Scott. Registered Democrat in Florida was arrested Saturday for allegedly threatening on social media to shoot Republican politicians Governor Ron DeSantis and U.S. Senators Marco Rubio and Rick Scott. DeSantis, Rick Scott, and Marco Rubio looting my state. I'm gonna shoot them. Karen Jones. What your name? Her name be Karen. I just find that odd that she said that she's a Democrat and her name is Karen. Anyways, her name is Karen Jones, 55. Allegedly wrote that on Twitter last week. Palm Beach County Sheriff's Deputy responded to Jones' home and Lanton Saturday and arrested her on 3 counts of written threats to kill or do bodily harm. After her rights were read, Jones allegedly admitted to deputies that she wrote a tweet, but it was meant to be a joke. Okay. She said that it was a joke. Alright, anytime you threaten to kill people, that is not a joke. That is taken as a serious threat. Alright, I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, police officer, fast food worker, president of the United States, construction worker, whatever the case may be. If you write anything online that says, hey, I'm going to kill these people for whatever reason, that is a threat. No matter how you dice it, it's a threat. Now, when I made the observation that there were no commonly used terminology to show the post was a joke, Jones stated that anyone who follows her knows her sense of humor. Jones was booked into the Palm Beach County Jail Saturday on a $15,000 bond. She was released by Sunday. Jones made the remark online after retweeting a reporter from the Washington Post who shared a story by the Miami Herald about DeSantis backing anti-mob legislation that would bolster Florida's stand-your-ground law. Unique to self-defense laws in other states, the statute does not require a person to retreat before using deadly force to prevent bodily harm to themselves or others, prevent a felony. I mean, I don't see the problem with that. If anybody attacks you, you shouldn't have to retreat to use deadly force. You should be able to use deadly force right then and there. If you see someone else being attacked, you should be able to use deadly force. Simple as that. Alright, now let's go to this one. Convicted cop killer loses appeal that life sentence is cruel and unusual punishment because of age. Again, this person killed a cop, okay? And they did not get life in prison because of their age, and it is a cruel and unusual punishment. What's cruel and, it's not unusual, but what's cruel is that this officer was taken from his family. That's what's cruel. Good to see you too. But what's cruel is that this officer was taken from his family by a criminal, a thug, and he's just going to do it again if he gets out. Alright? Now, a Missouri appeals court rejected an argument by a convicted cop killer Tuesday that his mandatory life sentence was cruel and unusual punishment because of his age. Trenton Foster was 18 when he shot and killed St. Louis County police officer Blake Snyder in 2016. His legal claim cited a state law that prohibits life sentences without parole for offenders younger than 18. The Missouri Court of Appeals for the Eastern District disagreed. The court relied on a recent state Supreme Court ruling that rejected efforts to raise the age limit for life sentences without parole for those convicted of first-degree murder. Forster killed Snyder as the officer approached his vehicle while responding to a disturbance call on October 6, 2016. Forster was high on drugs and suicidal, prosecutors said. He was sentenced last year as being found guilty of killing Snyder and attempting to shoot at his partner. Now, that's the part that gets me, okay? Forster also claimed prejudicial evidence was introduced during his trial, including testimony from Snyder's wife, an image of Snyder, and his uniform as anti-police relic from jail from recordings. Okay. That's great evidence in my opinion, okay? His wife is there, okay? She has to deal with the fact that he will not be there with her no more because you shot him. I mean, I think she's a great witness to be there, okay? A picture of him in his uniform. He was a cop. What's so bad about that? He could still be a cop if you wouldn't have shot him. Alright? And his anti-police rhetoric. Okay, so obviously you're against police. Alright? I think that's great to, have that. I think that, we should discuss everything. People always want to talk about, well, we need to get the police background. We need to find out why he's white, why he took this job. Okay. So why don't we do the same for criminals? We want to make the cops look bad. So why don't we make the criminals look bad for a change? I mean, honestly. I mean, why don't we get his background? Why don't we get why he hates police? Why did he shoot him? I mean, is it a race thing? Or is it just because he's a cop? I mean, who knows? I mean, cops now don't even have the right to defend themselves pretty much. I mean, I just hate to see what's going to happen if Joe Biden gets in there and our police officers are still out there. It won't be good. I mean, they're already being told to stand down on certain crimes. They're already being told to, not engage with them. They're already told that they're being too aggressive, too violent with them. So, I mean, you don't want cops, but you don't want the military in here. So, you can't have both. Either you, have the police in here and let them do their job and y'all quit whining about everything and quit crying racism and, oh my God, I can't believe there's a police officer that looked at me. Okay. Quit doing all that. Or either B, this is your only two options. Option B is you get rid of the police. Yeah, Biden is definitely not a good choice for president. I don't. Democrats are leading him. He's not at all a good choice for president at all. But option B, is we get rid of all the police. All right, no police officers at all. All right, crime is obviously going up. It's already going up, and these cities that are yeah, once I get some more live streams going, I'm gonna get some mods. If you definitely want to be one, I can make you one. It's up to you. If you want to be a mod, I can definitely make you one. I got a couple people that make mods. But we get rid of all the police officers. Alright, crime's gonna go up. It's already going up in places like New York City, Minneapolis, Portland, Oregon, Chicago, Atlanta, where police officers are actively fleeing. All right, they don't want to work there no more. Minneapolis was let's keep defunding police, defunding police, defunding police, defunding police, defunding police, and then all of a sudden, hey, we need police officers. Our crime keeps going up. Our murder rates keep going up. So now they are begging for help. Minneapolis is begging for help and calling for other police departments and around them to send them officers. Why should other cities and around have to suffer because of your negligence? Same thing with But same thing as far as, New York City, obviously, their crime's going up and they just want to keep defund the police narrative. And it's not working. Yes, very racist vice president. Black man has an Indian vice president for this term. Yeah, Joe Biden, people can say he's not racist and all that, but obviously Joe Biden is very racist, and it's been proven that he is very racist. Um, just his comment, "You ain't black if you don't vote for me," that should tell you a lot right there. And yeah, she's not all the way black either. And as far as people all the time want to talk about Trump, but last time I checked, Trump is not a child predator. He don't go after children. Last time I checked, Joe Biden's the one who's making all these remarks about children. All right. He's the one who said that after he got in the pool, he would have these kids rub down his leg. They like hairy legs. He lets them bounce on his lap. Like who, like, if you're running for president, why would you say that? Like, that's hurting yourself very bad. All right. Um, like, you can't say stuff like that against, like, if you're running for president. How you can't say stuff like that and expect to still win the presidency? I mean, and of course, unless it's a rigged election like it's what's happening now, then yeah, you might have a chance. But even now, it's coming out that hey, it's obviously rigged, so he's not going to win. But like I said, you can't say stuff like this and expect to win the presidency. But anyways, back to what I was saying. You take all the police officers out, all right. Again, Minneapolis is begging for police officers to come in. They're begging for them, all right. New York City crime rate's going up. Portland, Oregon is just a shithole right now, all right. There's no way to show that. Chicago is always gonna have their problems, all right. A 5-year-old boy, I believe yesterday or 2 days ago, got shot in the head, all right. Shot in the head inside of his home, but just for playing on his iPad. He was shot in the head by a drive-by shooter, playing on his iPad. Excuse me. All right. So tell me, like, defund the police is not even out of question. All right. So, anyways, let's just say all the police officers gone. Let's say somehow they did it. All right. You're on option B now. Okay. Option A was keep the police and let them do the jobs. All right. So now we're on option B. All right. Military's in here. All right. So now you will not have the time to sit here and say, "Oh my God, this is racist. He looked at me wrong," or anything like that. All right, because I guarantee you, your life won't matter. My life won't matter. Nobody's life will matter. All right, whether you're white, black, Hispanic, part of the LGBTQ community, any of that, it really won't matter because the National Guard, or not even National Guard, the military will be up in here. It'll be like these third world countries. The military will be in here, and like I said, you won't have time to worry about if it's racist or he looked at me wrong or he said this to me or he pushed me too hard or whatever. Because the military will be telling you what you can and cannot do, and when you can and cannot do it. All right. That's it. I mean, oh yeah, most definitely. I feel the same way. I feel like Kamala Harris is definitely gonna be in charge. Some people are saying 2 years. I don't think it's gonna be 2 years before she takes charge. Might be shorter than that. Might be days to months if he takes office. Who knows? Um, but again, people fail to realize that that's your only two options. It's either, like I said, A, keep the police, and y'all quit whining and complaining about everything. If you break the law, you break the law. All right. Like I said, Black Lives Matter. Obviously, yeah, the group Black Lives Matter is pointless now. It's done. It's all right. It's pointless. my phone now. I definitely gotta try that now. Or matter of fact, I'll play it now for y'all. To see how it goes. Hey Siri, who is president?
Just a moment. According to Wikipedia.org, Donald Trump is the 45th and incumbent President of the United States. He assumed office on January 20th, 2017.
But um, they probably got a lawsuit over that or something. That's probably why they fixed it. Anyways, like I said, the military will obviously be in here. If y'all want to get rid of police, go ahead, and the military will be in here. And don't be wrong, I have tremendous support for our military, but they will be in here, and they'll have to follow orders. They'll be telling you what to do. And again, I have tremendous support for our military, but they'll be told what to do. And if they leave, then someone's got to protect us, and that's just how it is. Now, police officers really are just getting screwed over right now everywhere. Okay. I mean, honestly, they're just getting screwed over so bad, and it's in states too that you never would have thought it would happen in. All right, like my state. I mean, I never thought that in a month, I believe like 7 police officers got shot, and two got run over, and ultimately like 2 died. So that was like 9 officers shot in a month. That was crazy. All right, and I want to say maybe 3 or 4 years ago, there was a shooting, maybe like 40 miles away from me in my state, where 7 officers got shot in one incident. All right, I mean it happens. Okay, I mean it's happening more and more. I mean, obviously in somewhere like New York City, that's normal. If like 7 cops get shot there, but in my state, it's not normal for 7 cops to get shot. Now, Trump did pay, I believe it was like $3 million to recount part of the votes in Wisconsin. Honestly, they all need to be recounted. Georgia, Nevada, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, all of them. It's all rigged. I mean, you see how long it took for them to call states. If y'all watched the election that night, I mean, it took them hours to call Florida, and Trump was always going to win that. It took them hours to call Texas. Trump was obviously going to win that. North Carolina just got called a couple days ago, and Trump had a huge lead there. But again, it took them hours to call the states that Trump had already won. But as soon as the polls closed in California, Washington, and Oregon, they yeah, TS. Yeah, I mean, the ballots are already in there. There's nothing we can really do about that. Um, Now I don't know how true it is, but I know Trump had watermarked some ballots. I don't know if that's gonna play a role or not. Again, you're right. The fraudulent ballots are already in there, so there's nothing we can do about that. But the fact is that they're still finding ballots is disturbing. I mean, like I said, Georgia found over 3,000 ballots, and I mean, obviously there's nothing we can do about the ballots that are in there, yeah. But, I mean, the fact that they're recounting and they found over 3,000 more ballots that, like, I don't know. And it's been over 2 weeks now. We still don't know who the president is. I mean, we still don't know who the president is over 2 weeks from now. Um, Again, we can't do nothing about the ballots already in there, but what we can do is try to um, get what we can and find what we can out of these ballots that are that need to be counted. Because again, there's always ballots that need to be counted because we found over 3,000 uncounted ballots in Georgia. Um, but back to the police. All right. Yeah. I don't know how that actually works with the voter ID or not. Because all they did was ask me for my ID or driver's license. I mean, I have my voter card, but I've only used that one time, and that was the first year I voted, and that was when I actually voted on the day of the election. I did absentee voting this year to get my vote counted. Like I said, I had stuff to do the day of the election, and I wanted to make sure I got my ballot counted, so I went the day before. Well, actually, before I go back to the police, this kind of has a little bit to do with it. Now, y'all probably heard about this. I just didn't make a video about it. But while I'm here, on live stream, might as well talk about this. All right. Now, Black Lives Matter founder tells Biden to meet so she can lay out expectations for him. Now, I can tell you right now, if you expect to have a meeting with Joe Biden, you might get the meeting. If you expect to get anything done, I don't know. I don't think that's gonna happen. Like I tell you right now, Joe Biden is not gonna be president. Kamala Harris will be president if they take office. Joe Biden will be president for a couple months, and then Kamala Harris will be president. But let's go ahead and talk about what they want. One of the co-founders of Black Lives Matter sent a letter to presidential candidate and former Vice President Joe Biden saying that they needed to meet so she could lay out her expectations of him because, in short, black people won the election. Again, it's great if you are black and you want to be proud of yourself or whatever. But I don't think black people won the election. Okay. I mean, a lot of black people voted for Trump. A lot of Hispanic people voted for Trump, and as y'all can see, that's why y'all lost Florida, because of the Hispanic vote. Now, without the resounding support of black people, we would be saddled with a very different electoral outcome. Black Lives Matter co-founder Patrisse Cullors wrote a letter to Biden and U.S. Senator Kamala Harris. Cullors said in the letter she wanted to discuss the expectations she has for a Biden-Harris administration, according to the New York Post. Alongside black-led organizations around the nation, Black Lives Matter invested heavily in this election, she wrote. Vote and organize now become our motto, and our electoral justice efforts reach more than 60 million voters. We want something for our vote, Cullors informed Biden and Harris in the letter. We are requesting a meeting with you both to discuss the expectations that we have for your administration and the commitments that must be made to black people. We want to be heard and our agenda to be prioritized. The letter continued, we issue these expectations not just because black people are the most consistent and reliable voters for Democrats, but also because black people are truly living in a crisis in a nation that was built on subrogation. Alright, yeah, I don't agree with that either, and really, Trump got the most votes for a sitting president. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that Trump got the most votes for sitting president. I mean, he had what, 70 million, 73 million votes? And he only lost by 3 million. So you're telling me, out of all the people, 3 million people more voted for Joe Biden? There's no way. I can tell you right now. In my state alone, at least in my community where I live, alright, I see Trump flags pretty much every day I go out, people have them on the trucks. On my way to work, there's this guy that has an American flag and a Trump flag. Um, on the side road right before I get to work, there's another house that has a Blue Lives Matter flag, American flag, and a Trump flag. And again, people have them all over the truck. People are wearing Trump masks. I even seen a black lady wear in Walmart. Okay, now I know that took a lot of courage for her to do that. Anyway, she was in Walmart. She had Trump hat, a Trump mask, and she was wearing red. Like I know that had to take courage for her to do that. Like I know she had to be looking over her back. Um, Now colors argue that efforts to improve life for Black Americans have been insufficient. Up until this point, the United States has refused to directly reckon with the way that it devalues Black people and devastates our lives, she wrote to Biden Harris. This cannot continue. Black people can neither afford to live through the violence of a Trump-like president nor through the indifference of a Democratic-controlled government that refuses to refer its most ignorance and damnable shame. Alright, now I can tell you right now, Trump did a lot for the black community, and that's why he won a lot of black votes. Alright, he did a lot for the Hispanic community, that's why he won a lot of their votes. You can say what you want about Trump, but he did a lot for those communities. Um, a lot of people don't like him because a lot of people might not like him because he wants to cut out people that actually want to work. He wants to help them. Okay. He wants to cut out all the EBT housing assistance, Medicaid, phone service, all that. Okay. Now, if you're like disabled or you can't actually work or you just need help getting on your feet, that's one thing. And he has no problem helping with that. But if you just want to sit at home, have 10 kids that you don't take care of, get all that money at tax time, get EBT and all that, then, you know, he don't want to help you. And that's fine. You shouldn't get that help. You should go out and get a job and work like everybody else. Another reason people don't like Trump is because he actually supports our police officers and our military. He's done a lot for them. And he's still bringing troops home. I think he's supposed to bring another 500 home. Now, if Joe Biden does get into office, Trump will have 500 more troops home. Like a week before Joe Biden takes office, if he actually takes office, hopefully he won't. Hopefully Trump will stay president. But worst case scenario, we will still have 500 more of our troops home. Yeah. Honestly, if Joe Biden wins, it's gonna take a while for Republicans to get back into office as far as president goes, because if they can cheat this time and get away with it, who's gonna stop them? I mean, nobody's gonna stop them from cheating again to get back into president. Um, but you can say what you want about Trump. He's done a lot for everybody. Now, then Coles called out the candidates for the track records on race. Both of you discussed addressing systematic racism as central to your election campaign, she pointed out in the letter. Both of you also expressed regrets regarding your record on issues impacting black people. Now, I can tell you right now, let's see if I can find it in here. I want to see if they talk about this. Here it is right here. Biden has faced criticism for his support of the 1994 crime bill, his opposition to busing, and some insensitive and inappropriate race-related remarks he made on the campaign trail, including, "If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black." Alright, so obviously he has a problem. He supports the 1994 crime bill, and he is a racist, alright? Now, Harris has also had criticism She has had to defend her record as a federal prosecutor and her turtle-like movement on criminal justice reform, including her refusal as a California's attorney general to endorse a bill that would have called for a special prosecutor investigations into all officer-involved shootings. Why would she do that? Because, y'all just go riot in the streets. The Black Lives Matter meter concluded her letter with another request for a meeting and reminded them she wanted to be included on the bias Harris transition team in a policy role. Tell you right now, she gets in there, no. I can tell you right now, that's not what we need. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and a Black Lives Matter leader in the White House. That is not what we need at all. That would be it for our country right there. Now, Cole is described as a trained Marxist who has claimed to be a portage of Eric Main, former agitator of domestic terrorist group Weather Underground. Again, trained Marxist and former agitator of the domestic terrorism group Weather Underground. But in October, she signed a wide-ranging multi-year deal with Warner Brothers television group in order to have her develop and produce a plethora of programming in order to give attention to black voices. Again, Black Lives Matter is a great thing, but, it's, you can only do so much. Alright, my life matters just as much as their life matters. Alright, another thing. K-9 officer shot in Tennessee 20 hours ago. No news outlets. Officer down in Maryland. Officer shot trying to apprehend murder suspect 19 hours ago. No media coverage. K-9 officer killed while pursuing fugitive 3 hours ago. No media coverage. I mean, I just don't... I don't know. One last thing, then I'm going to kind of wrap it up probably. Now, man accused of shooting 2 cops during riot, charged with assault, not attempted murder. Now, this was obviously in St. Louis after the Breonna Taylor decision. The man accused of shooting 2 Louisville Metropolitan Police Department officers during the Breonna Taylor riots was indicted on 35 charges on Monday, but none of them were attempted murder. The Commonwealth's Attorney Office announced on November 17th that a grand jury had indicted 26-year-old Lorenzo Johnson on 2 counts of assault in the first degree and 33 counts of wanton endangerment in the first degree. Again, he shot 2 cops. And not to mention that they say Black Lives Matter, right? Okay? So, tell me how this guy was black and he shot a black police officer. That don't make no sense to me. Now we all know why the protests were happening, and all that. Now, Johnson stands accused of shooting 2 police officers at the protest and endangering the crowd of protesters around them. Prosecutors said he opened fire on officers during crowd control during riots at about 8:30 p.m. on September 23rd. Police arrested Johnson at a scene of the shooting only minutes after it occurred. Court documents said witnesses had identified Johnson as the gunman who opened fire during the protest and then fled the scene. Let's see. Identified the wounded officer as Major Aubrey Gregory and Louisville Metropolitan Police Department. Oh yeah, most definitely. And Officer Robinson Dershash. Major Gregory was shot in the hip, and Officer Dershash was shot in the abdomen. Criminal claims said that showcases from the gun recovered from Johnson matched the bullets that were wounded the 2 officers. Both officers survived the gunshot wounds. Now, again, people say there's not a war on police, but obviously there is a war on police if stuff like this is happening, and the suspect is being charged, but not charged with attempted murder. It just don't make any sense to me how that can actually happen. from Antifa burning down officers' homes, like I covered yesterday, to officers who getting shot point blank range. It's crazy. All right. Now, with that being said, just a recap on what I talked about. I talked about Gavin Newsome defying his own coronavirus orders. He said we need to wear a mask, we need to shut down our state, we need to get coronavirus in order, we need to do this, we need to do that. Alright, hey, that's great. If you think that's actually going to help coronavirus, which it's not, but if you think that's going to help, then hey, you do you, man. You're the governor of that state. But you can't follow your own orders. Like, you want to shut down restaurants, tell everybody to wear masks, but you can't wear a mask. You can't follow orders. You go inside a restaurant that's supposed to be closed. Alright, so with that being said, you can't follow your own orders. Colin Kaepernick, as far as this man being in jail longer than you've been alive, no. I mean, nobody should have investments in our election machines. But Democrats want to destroy the country and all that, and they want to try and take over. So that's what they got. Um, yeah, it's very crooked. Honestly, now though, it's at the point. I don't know if a Republican will get back in office anytime soon. I just don't know. But Colin Kaepernick, you can sit there and say this man's been in jail longer than you've been alive, but he killed somebody. He killed a cop. I mean, he's not just gonna be like, hey, I'm getting out tomorrow. That's not gonna happen. As far as the Florida Democrat that was gonna kill Republicans, said it was a joke. No, I think you're the joke. Obviously she's the joke. Yeah, I mean, I heard that they were gonna put Trump supporters and people who voted for Trump on a list. I don't know what kind of list that would be. Well, I guess I offended YouTube a little bit. Saying there's 0 people watching now, but obviously it's streaming on my phone, and I know you're here, so that's at least 2. Anyways, I can tell you right now, I didn't get my notifications didn't go out all the way. Anyways, that's not important. But, yeah, they said they were going to put Trump supporters and people who voted for Trump on a watch list, or I don't know what kind of list that would be. Well, I guess my address is all over the place then, because I proudly support Trump on all social media. I got YouTube. I clearly voted for him, so I guess my address is out there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Um, see my likes are a like. I just got another like, but it's saying there's 0 people in here, but so I know there's at least 3 people in here now. But like I said, I can tell you right now, my notifications didn't go out, all the way. Because 2 days ago, oh, what's up, sis, man? I ain't seen you in a long time. How you doing? Um, but yeah, I don't think they sent out my notifications, because past 2 days I had well over this many people in here, and I didn't even stream this long. But yeah, as far as Gavin Newsome goes, you can't have. Yeah, I know the feeling. As far as Gavin Newsome goes, you can't have a coronavirus order in place saying you're going to shut down business, you're going to shut down um, all your restaurants, tell everybody to wear a mask, okay? But then you go out in public to the restaurants that you shut down, and then you don't wear a mask. I mean, I can tell you right now, this mask right here, I barely wear it. I never wear it, okay? Even at work, they don't even enforce it, okay? Because it's stupid. Alright, nobody wants to wear the mask. Nobody's going to wear the mask. I mean, people are not wearing masks less and less and less and less. Alright, nobody wants to wear it. Now, with that being said, back to Colin Kaepernick, yeah, I mean, I don't know. The mask to me is stupid, okay? All the mask does is prevent you from breathing. Alright, and since, man, you talk about this a lot on your live stream, and in your videos, the mask is pointless. I mean, to me, it's stupid. I have no reason to wear this mask. I mean, I work out, I run, all that. Lifting for me is no problem, alright? But when I go to work, alright, and I'm lifting boxes, and when we, were first wearing these, if I'm having trouble breathing, then it's a problem, alright? So I don't wear the mask, alright? I mean, it's pointless to me. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. Because if the masks were meant to be protective, the people that are putting these ordinances into place would actually be wearing a mask too. I'm not wearing a mask regardless of it, but um, if you want me to wear a mask, I expect that you should be wearing a mask. And even if you're wearing a mask, I'm still not gonna wear it because I don't feel like it's doing me any good. I mean, it's not gonna prevent anything. I mean, it's pointless. And so many of these cases that we're getting are fake. I mean, how can you sit here and have thousands after thousands after thousands of cases? It don't add up. I mean, it makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah, most definitely. I'm not getting no vaccine. There's no way. Uh, a lot of people are like, oh, you need the vaccine, no, that's not going to happen. Doctors are sitting here saying, if they can wear a mask, you can wear a mask. If you want to wear a mask, you go for it. That's completely on you. I'm not wearing a mask. All right. And for the people who are wearing them in their cars, what I have not got that yet. You're wearing them in your car when you're by yourself. What does your car have? Coronavirus? Um. Yeah, humans never need vaccines. Yeah, I can tell you right now. As far as this vaccine goes, I've had 2 vaccines, alright? And I can tell you right now, they're both flu shots, alright? And each time I got it, I had the flu. So tell me, this vaccine, right, is supposed to stop COVID-19, just like this vaccine is supposed to stop the flu. So tell me how each time I got the flu shot, I got the flu, alright? But each time I didn't get the flu shot, I never got the flu. Like, that does not add up at all. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, kids need to go run out in the dirt, get dirty, throw dirt at each other, do something, alright? Don't hide inside, And that's what they want us to do. They want us to hide inside so that our immune systems get weakened, and then they want to make us wear a mask so that our weakened immune system is already weak, and then you can't breathe as it is, and then they want you to wear that all day. No, that's no, not happening. Like I said, I got a flu shot twice. Both times I got the flu. Never got a flu shot. I was fine. So, Gavin Newsome, and all these other people that, just like Nancy Pelosi with the hair salon, She didn't have a mask on either. In fact, that hair salon was closed, but she told them to open up. That makes no sense whatsoever either. Colin Kaepernick, you honestly, he's a joke. I don't understand how anybody could support him afterwards, but anyways, he's a joke. You're gonna sit here and say this man's been in prison for longer than you've been alive. Yeah, most definitely. I mean, people have gotten in car wrecks and said, "Hey, you got COVID-19." People that are dead have got COVID-19. I don't understand that. And dirt is more potent than bleach. Hey, if y'all always worry about COVID-19, we could go back to the Tide Pod eating challenge. We can always do that again. No, but seriously, don't do that. But as far as Colin Kaepernick goes, talking about this man's been in prison longer than you've been alive. I mean, he killed a cop, so obviously he's gonna be in prison longer than you've been alive. So that makes no sense whatsoever for you to even say that. I mean, obviously he's gonna be in jail. I mean, that's just how it goes. All right. I mean, if you kill somebody, you're probably gonna go to jail. And on top of that, it was a cop that he killed. So obviously you're gonna be in jail for a while. So your argument is invalid of him being in jail longer than you've been alive. I mean, he can't be much older than me. I mean, low mid-20s maybe. I mean, he can't be much older than I am. Now, I believe I went over this one, but if not, I'm going to go over it again. As far as the registered Florida Democrat that was arrested for making online threats to Marco Rubio, Rick Scott, and DeSantis, that proves to you right there what Democrats are. They want their way or no way. I mean, that's all they want. If they don't get their way, they're going to throw a fit, start crying, screaming, all that until they get their way. Now, convicted cop killers appeal that said life sentence is cruel and an unusual punishment because of age. Again, he was 18, alright? He was high. He was on drugs, and he shot a cop in 2016. Alright, should he get life in prison? That's what everybody's asking. At 18, you know the difference between right and wrong. Now, at 18, I'm sure we've all done stupid stuff that, we wish we could take back. I know I have. I know some of y'all have. But again, state law prohibits life sentences with parole for offenders younger than 18. The Missouri Court of Appeals for the Eastern District disagreed. The court relied on a recent state Supreme Court ruling that rejected efforts to raise the age limit for life sentences without parole for those convicted of first-degree murder. Again, first-degree murder is not something that, you should just get parole for. I mean, obviously people are getting parole now, just because of what's happening, and I guarantee you, if Joe Biden gets in office, we won't even have jails or prisons no more. I mean, he can't even say the word law enforcement, so how are we going to have jails and prisons? But I have to admit, I am curious to see how that plays out. If we don't have jails, prisons, police officers, I mean, that means you want to get rid of the Secret Service too, right? So tell me, who's going to protect you from, trying to kill you? I mean, you already have people try. I mean, I don't know. I know Trump got plenty of threats online, but it seems like people hate Joe Biden more than they hate Trump. I mean, think about it. Trump had maybe 2 threats that I can think of, and that was the ricin being sent to the White House and the woman being trying to get there with a gun. And that's it. Joe Biden already had 2 people try to kill him. Now again, I don't agree with Joe Biden, but you can't just go around shooting people either. And everybody's talking about, he was a Trump supporter. Actually, he was a Bernie Sanders supporter, and he was a child pervert because he had all that on his phone there, and he had explosives. So, obviously, it was good that we got him off the street, but he'll probably be out no time soon. Yeah, I saw you got a strike for that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised YouTube let me go live for a while. They wouldn't let me go live for whatever reason. Like, I had never even, like, I was just making videos and they wouldn't even let me go live. The other day I was just messing around and I was like, hey, let me see if I can go live. I could go live. So, I'm really surprised that I'm actually gone live 2 or 3 days in a row. How long? I believe it was 3 days in a row now. So, I'm really surprised about that. You know, yeah, it was inappropriate because it was Trump. If it was Biden, they probably would have gave you like 10,000 subscribers. I mean, honestly, they probably would have gave you 10,000. I mean, just about almost everybody I follow, um, that is in politics. I mean, YouTube is, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot that I've seen that I don't agree with on YouTube. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, YouTube is what it is. But like I was saying, I mean, I don't know. They're gonna try to censor you, but almost every YouTuber that I follow that's in politics obviously supports Trump and has the same views as me, or else I wouldn't follow them. But they're either losing 1,000 subscribers a day, okay? I mean, they're losing thousands. I'm talking about big YouTubers that have like 400, 500,000, million subscribers, and when they lose 2,000 a day, 1,000 a day, 3,000 a day, then you go, okay, average out for a little bit, then you lose another 5,000. I mean, it just don't add up. Nobody's losing that many subscribers like that unless you just are screwing up bad on your channel. Now, one thing I will say that has helped me that YouTube is doing, um, they are giving me trolls, and that watch time minutes. Obviously, I'm not gonna get monetized, but I mean, I have enough watch hours for it, enough subscribers. So that's not the reason why. You only need like 4,000 watch hours. I believe I got over 10,000. I had over 20,000, but YouTube somehow took 10,000 from me. When I got more views on videos than I did in the last ones, I don't know. But anyways, I still got over 10,000, and I got 1,251 right now, I believe. Again, they're stealing subscribers because I mean, I was at like 1,280 at one point, 1,260 just like that 20. Then it was 1,260. All right, then I went back up to 1,270. Then now I'm stuck at 1,251. And I've been in like 1.25 for the longest now. I've been at 1,250 something forever. I don't know. I guess that's just my magic number is 1,250. Um, but it's like my videos are getting more views, but I'm losing subscribers, so I don't know how that works. Um, but I'm about to wrap up the live stream. One more notable mention. Yeah, I saw that. It says 0. Now it's back up. Let's see. That's the thing I don't get. It says 0, right? All right. Then on my phone, just to keep up with the chat a little bit, it says 1. But on my subscriber count on how many people are in here, it says 2. So I don't know. But I can tell you right now, there's a lot of people in here that are not in here that want to be in here. they said they want to be mods too, and they would come in today. And I told them between 12 or 1. Now, granted, I started a little early. I started like 11:30, but still, I mean, I've been live for over an hour and just over an hour and 10 minutes, and there's still nobody in here. But well, I don't even know how many people are in here, honestly. I mean, I know me and you are here, but honestly, I don't know how many people are in here. But I mean, who knows? I mean, I can tell you right now, YouTube is censoring the crap out of this. Honestly, I didn't even think I was gonna. Oh no, I mean, I need mods. If you wanted to, I can definitely. I mean, I don't know. I've got notifications for people going live. I mean, especially like if they set a reminder like, "Hey, going live in 30 minutes." You get that. 'Cause I've got that plenty of times from other people, and then occasionally I do get a live notification. But like my whole thing is, the first day I went live, I had like 10 people in here. Like as soon as I came on. Second day I had like 8 people. Second 7 people as soon as I went live. So I mean I don't understand what's going on now. But you know, I appreciate you guys' support. Yeah, YouTube is messed up. Like that's what I was saying. Like I don't know how many subscribers I have. Like it's saying 1,251, but again, you know, I've been at 1.25 forever. Like I said, I went up to 1280, dropped to 1260, back up to 1270, been um back down to 1250. So I mean, I've been there forever. Um, I'm not sure if Florida has Republicans running or not. I'm sure they do, but I mean, I don't know. YouTube's messed up. But again, YouTube Studio is actually supposed to keep count of how many subscribers you have, how many watch time hours you have, stuff like that. And I can tell you right now, I lost 20 hours. Like I went from 10,000, I had 20,000. I went dropped down to 10,000 watch time hours in a matter of like a couple days. All right, it's supposed to update every 28 days. All right, so every 4 weeks, just about. All right. I mean, subscribers will keep going and all that, but your watch time hours don't really change. So you're telling me I lost 10,000 watch time hours in 3 or 4 days, and it's not even supposed to update by every 4 weeks? Like that don't make sense. So I don't know. I lost 10,000 watch time hours. I lost since I've started YouTube. I can tell you right now, YouTube's probably took 200, 300 subscribers from me. I mean, I should easily be at like 15, 1600 easy. But, and people have even come to me and said, hey, I got unsubscribed for your channel for no reason. And YouTube's all like, well, if you're inactive for a while, you know, we unsubscribe people. Like, most I've ever been inactive is not even a week. I've been inactive for like 5 days, maybe at the most at one time. Shoot, at least you gain. I don't even gain anything. I don't even gain any subscribers, to be honest. I just lose. Like yesterday, at the end of my live stream, it said I gained 3. Shoot, by the end of the day, I had lost 4. So you're telling me I make a live stream, right? I don't make no videos after that. So, but I did a live stream. I gained 3. So, and then I lose 4. So, when then 3 people just subscribe, and then unsubscribe, and then the other person, where they go? No. YouTube will not monetize me. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not even gonna try. just because it's, I don't know, it's pointless. There's no point in me trying. Like, so this man that was in here earlier, me and him started YouTube about the same time, right? Now, obviously he had a lot more subscribers than me, but we started about the same time, our channels. He was monetized for not even 2 weeks. And he did a video about the media. Boom. Just like that, he got demonetized. Just like that, and he can't get it back. I don't know. I thought about trying, I really did. But it's probably not worth it. I mean, they're probably just going to demonetize it anyways, so there's really no point. I mean, as much as I talk about Trump, police, and all that, there's no way they would monetize me. But, I mean, if I was bigger, then yeah. I mean, if I was big, like Brandon Tatum, you know, the Amazing Lucas, conservative guy, people like that, then yeah, I could definitely go for monetization there because they have enough subscribers where if they lose a couple thousand, it's alright. I don't even have a couple of thousand to lose, but if they lose a couple of thousand, then it's okay. Like conservative guy, I know he's at like 32,000. He was at 32,800, then dropped 37,000 or 32,700. And then in the course of one day, he lost 200 subscribers, went from 30,000, 32,700, 32,500. As far as the hunting goes and wildlife stuff, probably get a strike for that because they say it's too graphic and you're killing harmless animals. Yeah, you should have known you were gonna get a strike for being at a Trump rally. You should have known that was coming. But that's pretty much all the stories I had covered for today. I just wanted to go back over them. One notable mention, I don't know what kind of music y'all listen to, whatnot. But Tom McDonald is awesome, you know. So the World Health Organization violated by a Trump rally. I guess because Trump fired him, or he don't want to participate with him, is what that is. But again, one notable mention is Tom McDonald. Again, I don't know what kind of music y'all listen to. He was actually in an ad. Now, this is part that surprises me. He was actually on an ad for YouTube. Yeah, like Donut Factory. I've heard Donut Operator, but not Donut Factory. Um, I'm assuming he makes donuts, right? The donut was too white and it was a white supremacist probably. But Tom McDonald, you know, again, I don't know what kind of music y'all listen to, but you know, he talks a lot of the truth. Again, he was in a YouTube ad. That's how I found him. So again, I'm very surprised. You know, he talks a lot about Trump, how the politics are messed up, stuff like that. Anyways, I just want to throw that in there. If again, I don't know what kind of music y'all listen to, but if y'all want to check him out, definitely check him out. Okay, that makes sense then. That's why he's demonetized because of that. I haven't even tried with YouTube. Facebook. They're worse than YouTube is, honestly. A lot of people told me to try Instagram. Honestly, though, I mean, if I can't get all my people in a live stream, there's no point in trying to start a whole new thing. I mean, granted, I did get about 50 people from here on my Instagram, but that was after post after post, video after video. I mean, people like Fox News. I don't. I mean, I don't know. I've people like um Fox News and stuff. They probably already get paid just for being on YouTube. I mean, I don't know how that works. I mean, I don't know how any of the monetization process works because, like I said, there's no point in me even trying. Um, I just do this to one, talk about what I can. Just so I can talk to y'all again. YouTube is something I like doing. I never really even thought I would have this many subscribers when I first started, but honestly, everything that I've been through, um, a lot of y'all know what I'm talking about as far as seeing the drama. Y'all know what I'm talking about. A couple months ago, most of y'all in here know what I'm talking about with the drama that happened a couple months ago. So y'all know what happened with that. And a lot of y'all have my back, and I appreciate that. And that's made me keep doing my YouTube channel. Um, Honestly, it's not even about monetization. It's just about being able to try to spread the truth a little bit. Talk about what's going on in the world. Again, some YouTube is something I like doing. It's awesome that I can go live now, so that's great. Yeah. I don't know about Fox News. I mean, there's still some people on there I like. I don't like everybody on there. Harris Faulkner, I like her. She's pretty good. Tucker Carlson, obviously, a lot of people like him. And Bill Hemmer, I like Bill Hemmer. He's probably my favorite one. Yeah, Handy's pretty good. But think Bill Hemmer's probably my favorite one out of all of them. I don't. That's just my personal favorite. But everybody has their own. But I wasn't planning on going live for this long. But I ended up doing. But if y'all want to be mods, just let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, I mean, I don't really watch either one, honestly. I just try to get my news from not the news. Um, Again, I watch Fox News during the election, obviously, because that's, CNN and MSNBC obviously wouldn't be showing what's right. So I watch Fox News depending on who's on there. Um, Honestly, the last time I watched CNN was like in school. I believe it was like, I can't remember if it was middle or high school. I believe it was middle school. And like eighth grade, we had like, I don't know, it was like a little quiz we had to take, and they were talking about what's going on in the world and all that, which was great. When you're in school, but not now once you actually realize what's going on in the world and all that. So, you know, but again, if you watch CNN, that's on you. Yeah, I don't see how anybody can watch MSNBC with Joy Reid. I can't stand her. But I'm sure a lot of people can't stand Tucker Carlson. But again, I'm gonna get ready to wrap this up. I've been live for about an hour and 25 minutes, just about. But like I said, if y'all, yeah, I can't stand CNN. All right, man, have a good one. Um, but yeah, if any of y'all want to be mods, definitely let me know in the comments down below. I'll definitely get everybody going. I'm probably gonna have like 10, 15. But like I said, y'all have a good day. As always, y'all be safe out there. Stay strong. Again, y'all definitely let me know in the comments below. And like I said, y'all have a good day. And as always, y'all stay safe out there.